Good evening, folks. Let's try this again. It's 2059 on the 25th day, 3rd month, 2023. Right, we'll go right to it. I'm getting lots of different totals coming out. I had this one here showing now, and a few minutes ago, I had this one here showing. There's a big difference between that and this. So we're going to keep our eyes wide open because you got some flooding going on, and then the coast road's about to be affected after the fives. So I'm going to keep checking back and forth and see if this still keeps rolling, and hopefully it does. And if it doesn't, I'll keep trying all the different ways that it takes to get the job done. So right, it's going to be a bumpy ride for the next week for sure, for as we go out west and as this tendrils get worked into us from out here in the Indian Ocean in the upper tropics. Most of your action is going to come through this corridor. You get periods of dry that it's going to go on through here, which is going to be very, very welcome for those people there. Over the next 24 hours, almost all the action is going to be out west, with some very, very heavy local totals, and lightning is to be expected to be rather fierce. So I'm going to run through some of that now. Wham all dramatic looking with all the particle animation. So I'll turn some of that off. It isn't about the wind up, it's about the preparation. Not quite preparation H, but it's yeah, it's about as anal, isn't it? Boys, that's a big old line of lightning coming across here. Imagine Xmas is going to be fueling something. Got a bit of a division there between the two flows, and then a let go. So the radars will be beyond there in that point to split the tendrils up. As we head into to Monday properly at sunrise, you guys can expect the continuation from out west to drag in more toward the cities. Yeah, this is going to be quite the event coming. See, Adelaide there as I came in across and then a separation again. So you're going to have a lot of radar action. Tamworth's in the trough. I'm going to run you through your, you're going to start about here. So let's have you run to your day as well as we look at the coast. Sorry about the continued interruption. I'm trying everything. I run malware programs. Everything's coming up clean. So I just ate all the cookies again, deleted them. The Cookie Monster program, and see if that works. If not, I'm going to film a different way. I'm not going to be denied these forecasts getting out to people. But it is what it is. I can't help if it's an actual Facebook problem itself. And it seems to be that's what that is. I'm going to keep checking back and forth. And we're getting in a 320 mark where things seem to be going odd. Is it even live? I wonder. 29 viewers, no interactivity. We shall see as we get into Monday. Here coming about lunchtime. At Cuffs, you're going to start to see some of your heavy falls. And you're in the area that I do see getting a lot more attention, and it is showing on this graph. The reason I say this is because of the pressure line of the 14s right here. And with this low slowly pumping the colder air up into this area that's already got a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture in the air. So you will have more storms going inland than they're showing right here in this graph. Even the cam itself is telling me you're going to get some action. See all these streamers coming over here and this big booming off the coast. You see all this stuff headed your way. There's no way you're not getting storms because the chem is telling me so. Sydney, big plumes just went over you, Canberra, just in time for your weekend. I don't know what that's all about, but that's nothing. I could take it this time. It's still ticking. My. Would you look at the guilt of this? Look at all these streamers here. Look at that chemtrail that just went over Sydney. And Crofts and all that. Crofts Harbor's right here. So I'm going to take some of this off. I'm going to roll this through. It's just traveling right off the coast. The jet trail that just didn't dissipate. It looked like a set of karma sutures in the sky. And boy, are we going to get the karma from allowing this to go on. And right angle here and this and that and this. I have no idea what's going on with any of that. My God, this is tremendous. Isn't that horrendous? Right up off the coast, going upland. Hasn't gone away in 4 hours. Look at these stripes of crap between Brisbane and Harvey Bay out here. The two sticky outfits. Yeah, Oz's sticky outfit. Look at that bomb going off there. Boom, 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 boom. Tendrils of the angel of death. If they were colored green and all creeping in a Cecil B. DeMille kind of way. Oh, Moses, all the Homo sapiens, what you're doing. Look at the X marks the spot. X marks the spot. Boom, boom, pluming from the old baby boomer plumins. Isn't that horrendous? Big stripe going over Fraser Island. I was like, they said we were going to see a comet, but I didn't quite expect to see it over the ocean like this. Boom! Look at that explosion there. Back. And boom. And boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 do 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 do. Have you ever seen a natural sky? Boom, 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 since the day you were born. Do 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 do. I gaze up in wonder. Do 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 do. What in the fuck is going on? I have to ask that sometimes. Why is this going on? Because we let them. Because we allow it. Because we let them. Even thinking like it's a good idea to block the sunshine. What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, what needs sunshine out here? Trees, perhaps? What gives off oxygen to us? Trees, perhaps? Even your lawn? Yeah. No, these things are important. If you don't think that's important, then you're self-important. And well, as I look at these bombs, over here fueling storms, over here and sickening the air, and sickening my stomach to see. The bombs and chems of Australian skies, booming and a pluming, choking and a stoking. Where's this dancing man here? A Burden Festival? No, it's the chem bomb shuffle, right over the top here. You guys are sitting home doing the knuckle shuffle. Shuffling your fingers over some keyboards, knuckling your mice, fingering your keys while these tendrils of sickness mix descend over Radelaide. It's a Radelaide rat race. Look at the bombs here. See that? Back 10 minutes. Mighty strange cloud, ain't it? Like somebody don't blow the smoke ring. How about that square out there? Sure, you guys are noticing stuff too that I'm not even pointing at. And good on you. Look at that down there. See the bomb? See the emanation point? Like spokes on a wheel. Pointing right at the guilt. Right at the suspect. Right at the emanator. Right at the payload deliverer. Who's getting paid And who gets loaded? You get loaded with the toxin nanometallics, and somebody's getting paid to supply them. And this needs to be fully disclosed, not just saying philanthropists are doing it. I look up and see a giant scalar square of energy with a bomb field going off around it, sustaining its development, sustaining its nucleation, continuing its continuance by the continuum. Cuntocrats. Yeah, cuntocrats. It's a cuntocracy. You live in a country. What do you expect to get ruled by? Cunts, that's who. Big line of toxins here. This is Sydney. Streaming over the entrance. Boy, is it moist along the road today. So, what's going on with it? Let's have a look. Are we still ticking? Looks like I don't know if I figured it out. I'm just doing everything it takes to get these forecasts out. But yeah, I did. I straight wired the computer straight in to the Ethernet. As full of signal as the house gives. Verified even. Hey, orange. Looking a bit orange there, right? That's living up to its name. Boy, that's a lot falling. If it stayed here for 3 hours, it's nearly 2 centimeters falling in that spot. Can't tell me they're only getting light totals along this coast. Newcastle on Wednesday. And you're going to get smacked, New Zealand, with a couple batches, too. One right after the other. Here comes a whammo. Wham, wham. Geoengineer says, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Ain't even getting a thank you, or... Well, your thank you, ma'am, was your prime minister leaving office after the damage was done. You know, doing the old Steve Miller. Go on, take the money and run. Whoop, whoop, whoop. She predicted 5 storms, didn't she? How many are we up to now? That low there creeping up. It's going to act like a gear. It's just going to steer stuff right in there for your next round. That's going to come from up here. A bloop's going to go bloop. Like bloops in moisture in space. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, it's going to bring over your next batch of moisture. Australian beachside moisture. And that's a whammo day. That's a sudden forming of a low. Coming there on Monday the 3rd. They're going to get honest with the totals yet. I don't like it when they flip-flop like that. Put the flip-flops on. Because they was showing this total here. 15s all the way across through here. In a big stripe. And including up over here. The only ones they left out was Hastings in that. And possibly... Yeah, I get a shot of it. Yeah, there's the New Zealand shot. As you can see, and from the times, it hasn't been that long since the nothing to show here comes up. Hey, isn't that fun? I'll do it again. Is there something to show here? Yeah, let me zoom in. It'll act like I'm looking at something. But you can see from the timestamps down in my lower corner down here that it was at a 1905 and now it's 21:13. On the same days. They changed that quickly after I showed it, including just very heavy totals, and to even take that off as a possibility it suddenly isn't, including that dare being all through crafts and all that. Nothing to show here has kind of becoming the story of my life. Is something still showing here? Good. Yeah, Bill, I keep at it. Yeah, he says keep trying. Of course I do. If at first you don't succeed, get angry and do it again. Oh yeah, and the people that asked for the help I got. People came and gave me the knowledge I asked for, and I thank you very much for that help. So let's go and have a look at what you can expect as far as fuckery goes over the next 24 hours or so. So I'll put on the thunderstorms, I'll turn off the pressure, and bring it right back to the nows. Which, like I said, most of the action is going to be going on over here today. As the afternoon comes along, the thunderstorms follow the line of the chem bombs. Right along the line of the chem. There's going to be some heavy thunderstorms. Have they told you you're going to have heavy thunderstorms out west yet? Well, they should. If you haven't been warned, you have now. If you don't listen to people that warn you, that's your choice. Hey, Colester. Whoa, look at that, eh? Ooh, man, it's going to be a dangerous one when it comes off the up the coast. So we'll be watching this very closely on Tuesday, your time. As these volatile, contaminated conditions continue, including with all the EMF, with the distance that go on, with everything that goes on. Which, yeah, we had a big beam, really big beam go on. And maybe I've got a picture of it here. See that big blast? That's going to force that moisture over that way. Yeah, nothing to show here. That was another storm. I told you I'm always watching watching you guys. There's another shot with the timestamp on it. And we'll use that to see if there was any quakes along that line. Under pressure to do down on me, on me, the Inglewood. We're not talking California's Inglewood. You could walk down this Inglewood, but the gang that gets you here might be ants or snakes, oily venomous ones, yeah, oily venomous snakes. And gone with the windy as they start to swell the streams to kill the dreams, and at the end of the tens you go, oh my God, they brought some big shit ashore. Yep, all the shortage coming ashore, and you're being hoarded over here again. We're going to watch out very closely, because it often seems that this area here has been in the sights. So I don't think that's going to stop. And the odds of them flooding out the banking center are slim and none. But will we be watching? Yes. Are they showing us they're bringing tendrils ashore? Yes. Will we be vigilant? Yes. Do we consent to geoengineering? I personally do not. Oneness is listening. Do you consent to man-made weather doing this to you? Do you consent to breathe the fallout from this square cloud and this other one here that looks like a horsey being drawn by a 2-year-old with his first crayon on the wall? Yeah, they're writing on the walls, ain't they? Look at this, right above your heads, right in the sky. For you and died it, dee 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 dee, boom boom boom, plum 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 plum, boom ba boom ba boom boom ba plum plum. We got an R written right there. This is geo sculpted in its finest. Or did they just blow up a firework with the letter R in it, and one with an S and a W? Well, they sold fireworks with letters on them. I've seen them write up USA in the sky before, the 4th of July. The dragon on the low deck, raising on a chem bomb. For you and I. EMF much? Blast much? Chem much? Breathe much? Have it all the time. That's like one of them jacks when you step on it, or is that just a percentage in the sky? Nope. Shit stripes of chemtrails and chem bombs. Big plumes feathered across the nation. There will come a day when the spider webs will be seen in the skies. What you gonna do about it? All you rainbow warrior children acting all better than other people? Well, prove it. You're not better than anybody else. Just act better than you think wrong is. Right? If you see something that's wrong, act better than that. You see somebody pick up trash, maybe you should emulate that. If you see somebody throwing it out and you think that's a bad thing, maybe you should point it out and pick it up. Don't ever expect anybody else to do what you do. It just would be very nice, wouldn't it? As he looks at the Moloch in this sky. The Dolan chem bombs, boom, 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 plum, 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 plum. And this one says it's gonna get a whale, and that one says it's sea turtle too. Boom, 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 boom. The Great Barrier Reef is weeping. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. See the plumes? Look at the formation they're in. There's the triple shot. The domino. Ooh, boom. Rolling bones. See it? See the formation? And repeated. Yeah. They eat, sleep, chem, repeat. What a fucking shame. Every day I show the crooks, and now I'm giving them a chance to step it. As I'm looking at again the inundation of Australian skies and the absolute fuckery of it all. New Zealand, you ain't much better. So I said I'd let you have a roll through of your next day. I'll give you 3 days. I got a little bit of wetness coming through the North Island there, huh? You gotta fill that cauldron of that volcanoes up with some more water. It's repressure them all. There's a big heavy line of electric streams its way in south of Auckland, all toward there, toward Hamilton. Imagine the surf's gonna be up for sure. Up, 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 up. Surf was gonna be up, 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 up. And the thunderstorms head toward Napier and Hawke's Bay. And there'll be some heavy totals during that particular batch coming through here. And someone's gonna be thunder rumbling, but it shouldn't last but how long? Let's count it out. Well, you're getting every bit of 3 hours of some decent totals. So it looked like you could pick up a half a centimeter of rain during that particular event. It's quite handleable. Not like what they've been getting down here. Oh, a little bit of frisky going on there. Yeah, there's some jingle belling going on there south of Queenstown. There's a continual pounding of the west coast. And boy, have they been carping it. Oh, yeah, you better get your firewood ready. It looks like you got some wintry mix headed up there through the Richmond Ranges and up through Archer's Pass and all that passes gas pass and all that funny stuff that sounds like passing gas. Yeah, I said passing gas. I could have said sharded. Yeah, but as you see it whipping around a known radar station, continuing to pump that cold air right on up into the path of the coming event, you now have swollen streams, and as we head toward the April Fool's days, who's gonna be the fool? Is it gonna be you? Ain't gonna be me. As we go to April Fool's Day, you're gonna get a smack. Yep. So if you predict a storm on April Fool's Day, will anybody believe you? Well, whether I'm believed or not, I'm just showing you the radar. And radar says sometimes there's incoming wounded, whether Colonel Pothead liked it or not. Oh man, they're saying it's going to be worse. Much worse. Look at the heaviness it's going to hit. This is what I was thinking was going to happen the other day when I was worried a bit about Richmond and them. So that means you're going to have a big radar come on down in here, or you're going to have a hell of a treff full of a pocket of cold air. It's going to fuel that. It's the only way I see that holding it off. I will be watching it very closely. You know, everywhere it gets rain but there. Why? Because they don't want to scare people that have already had a problem? Possibly. So as we head in towards your April foolishness, you get the fuckery all on that North Island according to access. Yeah, I know. Who do you want to believe in life? I think you should believe yourself, stay vigilant, and keep your arcs ready. Keep aware, keep ready, and whoa, there's some totals for you. My God, heaven helped them. I think if you asked heaven to help you for 2,000 years, it hasn't, and they tell you in the book that they'll help you if you help yourself. And maybe Helping yourself shouldn't mean like to wallets. And as I'm looking at the heavy totals for the Ging Gang Gang and the Willing Gangs and the criminal totals for you guys over there, it's Sydney Neck. Quit being honest with your totals. My God, you guys are fucked. You're really, really fucked. As you hear, look at the totals. Look at the totals along this road. The 95 over here near Hill, you're fucked. Newman's fucked. The Pack Saddle is fucked. What the hell is this? Paradoodoo is going to be doo-dooed, and where the river's going to run through it, they're going to run right through it. Ooh, the absurd Ashburton River, the mounting Blair. What a fucking shame. Hey, we're still running. Holy Moses. We really are. He's swearing. Yeah, you want tame weather? Go listen to somebody else. I'm cussing mad over so many wasted forecasts. Oh, we got an asbestos hazard zone over here about to be impacted. What could possibly go wrong with that? Well, that's one way to get rid of it. I'd like to know some more information about this asbestos hazard zone that's about to be impacted by some very nasty geoengineering. How's the radar looking today? It's the only thing I ain't run yet. So let's have a look. Oh my gosh. You know what really sucks? Chem bombs. Chem bombs really sucks. Hey, Caressa. Look at that big old boom line there. I wonder what's causing that. What could possibly be the causation of that? Is it across the country? I gotta see exactly where I am. Alright, let's see what's causing this. Could it be chem bombs? Could it possibly be the contamination of it all going here right here, or the chem bomb applanation? Look at them all at once. All these, like, throw out a handful of cluster bombs. Boom! Blanket bomb an entire area. Calling them B-52s. Hey, it's not possible to cover that much area, somebody once said to me, and I go, you're out of your mind. Study modern warfare. Boom! With the plume. Yeah, I would say a lot of this stuff has been preceded by this chem bomb line right here. Right here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Meeting this line here. When those all meet here, with this coming in here, it's going to fuel up a bigger storm. It's going to help the rotation a bit. As the continuing bombing through the corridor is going to make your weather not so nice. They're making you an offer you never get a chance to refuse. That's a nasty line right there. You can see they got the radar over there, Port Hedland's on. Alright, let's see who else is getting it. Halls Creek over there. Bzzz, the Friar is on. Let's see what they're showing on the sixes. Fried, 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 getting fried. Boom, 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 boom. Fried, 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 getting fried. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, you're getting fried by Halls Creek. What a fucking shame. Oh, we got another glitch over here. Catherine's glitching. Yeah, she's glitching. Yeah, all these clouds of the glitch. Bit of a morning glory going across in that talking direction. Bzzzt. The Friar is on. How are we looking over here in the east? Do we have the corridor in? Yeah. Oh my, would you look at the gulp? Look at long reach. It's reaching a long, long way, just fraying the whole road. If you're driving along this road over here, you just get frayed. Bzzzt. That was the 6-hour feed. And that to be out, Emerald says, yeah, why not? I'll give you a little bit of reverb to go with yours. We need a nice corridor for flows to go. Oh, the areola of Richmond is blasting away. It's somehow very erotic looking there. It's the most erotic weather pattern you could possibly have. Oh, it's a little cold there for that. Or maybe he's got a little bit of a wet shirt. Oh, we got another one on over here. Oh, he said stuff that men would say. Yeah, imagine that, eh? Roomba is getting boombad, and it is blasting. Blasting all of your asses. Emerald's blasting, Taroom is blasting. Yeah, just a little bit of a line of storm just came across Mitchell there. What was that all about? Boy, so he's all this crap here. My gosh, look at all these full skylashes. His Sanchez himself is jealous of that work. He's dirty, he's Sanchez, he's in your sky, he's flying by. He's dirty, Sanchez, Kempan flying by. Boom, boom! Gracias. It's more like assy ass is what your sky is, an assy ass sky. But hey, when it comes to the chem bomb, only the finest chem bombs going. Our Australian wine. Delicious, extra nano-y crunch. Settles right in your brain. Caused by the Dementia Corporation and Don Colizan. Only the finest lies come from the Colizan Corporation. They own the news. They own the weather channels. They own the dispersion of the information in many ways. They own you. How do you feel about being owned? Because you're going to get the debt from all this philanthropy and fiddling about in the skies. Over here in the Great Australian Bite. This really bites to see. Look at this shit-stained sickness mix. But, you know, the medical treatment facilities make a lot of money off of that stuff. And the over-the-counter drugs that soon have you over a steel table in 6 feet under the counter in some cases. As the booming and the blooming continues and the ruining of it all goes in, I gotta say, this fucking sucks. It's very, very, very bad what's going on these days. And we gotta stop it somehow. Come up with a way. Figure it out. Big love.